Once again, if you're just in, please turn off your cell phones. No flash, no video. Chris, give us an overview, please.
That's just how we drew it up in the scouting report before the game, is give them a lead and then try to catch them. I thought Auburn did a great job. Then they had some big two-out hits. Edward Julian, I mean, that's one of the farthest home runs, I think, in this ballpark, and nobody's hit that pitch off Ethan all year. And then I give our guys credit. We fought to the last out and just kept competing, and it's something we've talked about all year. It's a little bit of a frustrating night because we had a couple opportunities to drive in some runs, and we didn't. But at the very end, just the grit of our ball club played out, and we were able to put some balls in play.
Okay, we'll open it up for questions for student-athletes. You know the drill, so if you want a question, you have a question, we'll get a mic to you. And Rick, we'll start with you.
Rick Cleveland, Mississippi Today. Marshall, can you just talk about the last at bat?
Well, I went up there, and first of all, I was in awe by everybody that was able to get the job done before me. It was incredible, the fact that we could get to that point to where I was coming up to the plate. And, all the at-bats prior to that, I'd kind of been a little off, missed some pitches. And I just kept getting encouragement from my teammates saying, keep going, don't quit. And then my last at-bat going up there, I kind of didn't even – I knew he was going to have a good fastball. I knew that they were going to keep him in the game and save it for me because I had struggled with velo against Green Hill before. So I was just looking to get the job done, get on top, and stay short, like something I've been doing all year.
Okay. Yeah, back here.
David Murray, Gene Space 24/7. Elijah, just attacking that first pitch, dropping that ball down the line. You had seen what Jake had done. Did you feel like you could just come after that guy immediately?
I do believe he went 1-0 first. But, I know he was just throwing a lot of heaters, so I stayed aggressive. I wasn't doing well at bats previously, so I just kept, it's baseball, so I stayed with it. I know that he was looking for, pitches around the zone, so I continued to be aggressive and said, put this ball in play, stay on top, do anything I can to help this team win.
We're on deadline here. Kendall.
Kendall Rogers, D1 Baseball, just for Elijah. As Jake kind of let off that inning with that double, did you guys kind of sense like, hey, man, same old story, here we go?
I remember actually being in right field for defense, and Cole was pitching. And after he got the second strikeout, I said, I have the weirdest feeling about this inning. And so when Jake went up there and hit that double, I said, well, here we go. Coach Lim said when we got that first dude on, it was a little, relief. Even though we were still down, it felt like there was a little confidence seeing our leadoff man get on. He's the best leadoff in the nation, so when we got the energy from him, it started to flow through the team, and, it came out at the end.
David, once again.
Cole, your attitude, you come in there, it's not even a save situation, but was it just a matter of just hold it down and give your offense a chance in the last inning?
Yeah, no matter the situation, if you give our offense one more chance to swing the bats and keep it close, that's what they can do. That's what they're capable of. Watched them do it all year, and I'm just excited. It's just a comfort knowing as a pitcher, if you can just hold it where it is, our offense is going to give us a chance. They've given us a chance every game this year. Kind of same thing as Mac, too. Going into that last inning, I knew if I kept it there, I just had the same feeling as Florida State last year, and just like, man, our offense can do this. Like, we're never out of a game despite the situation, the inning, how many outs. That's what having a good offense can do for your ball club.
Okay, Mike.
Michael Presti, NCAA.com for all of you. Every team wants to be gritty, but when you actually do it time and again, where's that come from?
Marshall, you start, please.
I'd say that it comes from day one that we started. It was I'll throw it back to the conditioning test when we all showed up, and everybody had to pass it in order to get to practice and be able to work with everybody. And I said from day one, it's kind of the point where you just can't count us out. There's never a point where somebody's not locked in or somebody's not bought into what we got going on. And I think that in order for us to have that kind of grit, it takes everybody, including people that maybe don't get the start, but at some point they're going to have to come in and make that play, and just having the trust that somebody's going to go out there and give everything that they have and is bought into what we're doing.
Believing in one another. The bond we have is something that's hard to break. So believing in one another and going out there and leaving it out there on your team, it pays off in the end. And we work pitch to the last. You're never out of a ball game, and we all know that. So when we all believe in each other, good things happen.
Yeah, I think it comes down to how much we love each other. You can see it when we're on the field. You can see it when we're off the field. We love to be around each other. And if we don't have that connection with each other, then we'll get selfish. Then we don't have confidence in the next guy coming up. You watch Rowdy get walked there, and we still knew that they were going to get the job done behind him. So I think it's just having that relationship with all these guys that we've built over all this time we spent together. It's truly a family. It's truly a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that you don't get anywhere else. You don't get to see these guys every day. So I think that's what it is. It comes down to how much we love each other as a family.
Okay, well, this, David, will be last question for this group, David. Thank you.
For both Marshall and Elijah, even though Owen was doing so well, did you feel like if you just get an Auburn's bullpen after the way y'all had played against them in Starkville, did you think that you could make something happen eventually, just keep grinding away and something would crack?
Marshall.
Yeah, that's kind of our philosophy is grind out the starter, get to the pen, so that way they have to change something up and somebody new has to come in. And I think it just has to do with the fact that we just stay the course and we never veer off of what we're trying to do. And if we are, then we help kind of bring it back together and we go back and kind of reset. And I think that as far as Jack Owen, he pitched a great game. He did a hell of a job. Next thing is just the fact that we're able to go out there every single day with the same approach and just trust that the guy after you is going to be able to get the job done.
Hats off to Jack Owen. He went out there and did what he was supposed to for his team. But, we kept grinding, and we were trying to get in that bullpen, like you said, and eventually when we got in that bullpen, there was that, disbelief, knowing that he's not out there anymore because he had 3 pitches working for him. So, when he came out of the game, the little, relief came, a little weight off our shoulders for sure.
Guys, thank you. Get ready for Tuesday. Tuesday night, we'll see you.
Thank you.
Yep. You will be the home team Tuesday night.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Okay, Kendall, start us, please.
Baseball, Chris, you've seen many magical moments with this team throughout the year, but as you're kind of sitting back and watch that 9th inning unfold, what's kind of going through your mind?
Our message in the dugout was just get it to the next guy, and it Tanner Allen had a big at bat with just a walk, and Josh Hatcher gets the chop ball there. You just have so many things of guys just competing, and Jay Gautreau's done such an unbelievable job with our offense this year of instilling just a grinder mentality and wearing people out and putting balls in play. And we were a little frustrated tonight. It really wasn't typical of us for the first so many innings. And you can tip your hat to their pitching for that. But in that 9th inning, that was us. That's what we do.
Okay, David.
Coach, I believe Burns, that was his first relief appearance, and there had been some talk that Auburn wouldn't even try to use him today. But when he went in, did you think this is a chance to get to this guy after what y'all had seen of him in Starkville?
Well, we kind of knew he'd be available today, just the way they've been using him and listening to everything. We even watched video of him knowing they might use him. Tanner Burns is one of the best arms in the country. He's a great pitcher. But, and I was just talking to Cole Gordon, pitching the 9th is just different than any other thing. And, Cole Gordon, when I pitch him in the 7th, he's not real good. I pitch him in the 9th, he's real good. So it's sometimes a mindset with pitchers and where they're at. And we were fortunate in our game in Starkville. We got to Tanner in that first inning he pitched. Then he settled down and really pitched good against us, but we were able to get to him that first time through.
Okay, Rick.
Chris, you said that nobody's hit that pitch, Ethan Smiles' pitch. I'm assuming it was a high fastball.
It's a high fastball. It's an elevated fastball, and man, he just turned and lifted it. With 2 strikes, you think you'd be protecting against some off speed, but he turned on that ball and he hit it a ton. So Edward, he's one of the best hitters in the country. We said it after our weekend in Starkville, and then the changeup he hit to center field to drive in the run. After that was another great at bat.
Yeah. Did you have? Oh no. Okay. I thought you were signaling.
You're ecstatic with winning and everything. Do you ever, in a game like this, feel for that third baseman? I mean,
We do. I mean, you do. That's the first thing we said when we came off the field. Not just the third baseman, just the other dugout. You know, this is such a highs and lows of this game, and you know, you have plays happen, and but I mean, that their coaching staff is as good a coaching staff as you'll find, and you know, you feel for other coaches as they go through it. As excited as we are, but we've been on the other side too, and I think everybody at some point in our game has to fight through that piece. It happens to all of us.
I know it's really quick after the game, but now that you know the matchup for Tuesday, do you know who you plan to throw?
We'll probably know tomorrow. I got to talk to my pitching coach and see, but we'll try to look at it, and I think we have a little bit of an idea, but we'll know for sure by the time probably we get to practice tomorrow. I'm sure that'll be the first question.
Okay, any more questions for Chris? Okay.
Thank you all. Hail
Thanks,
State.
Guy.